we will be flying the Boeing 747-8 freighter to Tokyo Narita. Now, if I sound familiar, you've never heard me before, trust me, I'm not a YouTuber that you have heard before who's made videos before. Yeah. But yeah, we'll be flying the 747-8 freighter from Hong Kong to Tokyo Narita. This flight is around 3 hours 30 minutes, 4 hours. There is some decent weather in Hong Kong right now, as you can see. We are parked at the cargo gates, and here's our 747 that we will be taking to Tokyo Narita, as I've said. So I'm going to get into the cockpit of the plane and do what I normally do and do what you're supposed to normally do. So I will go ahead and talk to you guys when we're there. The plane is started up for the most part. There are a few things that still need to be finished, I guess. Like, I need to turn up the display brightness so I can see the displays and whatnot. I also have to input the route, which this plane has simbrief integration thanks to sim update 14 or 13. I'm not quite sure on this one. But yeah, we could just do this and it'll load. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get everything programmed into the plane, and I will talk to you guys when we are done with that. Putting in our cruising altitude of 37,000 feet. Also turn on the flight directors. So we'll go ahead and set the hydraulic panel to auto. Now every hydraulic in the plane should work. We will also turn on the bleeds for the engines. This is my second time flying a 4-engine plane in the sim, I believe, because this is the only one we currently have. So yeah. Okay, so checklist is completed. Now I'm gonna go ahead and call the ground crew for pushback in few minutes here, a few seconds actually, and they will get us on our way to Tokyo Narita. So I will go ahead and talk to you guys after the pushback.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback. Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines are clear. Start at will. Parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Starting engine 1. Giving fuel to engine 1. Go ahead and let the engine spool up before we start engine number 2. So I do not care in what order that I am starting the engine in. It's a sim. It's not going to kill me. That's it. video game, guys. Comment about it, I'm gonna laugh at you. You clearly didn't watch this part. But yeah. Starting engine 2. Giving fuel to engine 2. Starting engine 3. Giving fuel to engine 3. Starting engine 4. Alright, so we'll go ahead and turn on our lights, our nav light, and we'll just go ahead and turn on the taxi light. We'll apply some power to our 4 engines. Let's see, she's walking away, and we'll go ahead and start our taxi to the runway. Setting flaps for takeoff. We'll be using flaps 10 for takeoff. Now, this isn't much of a long taxi, as the runway we're taking off from is actually relatively close to the cargo ramps, which is where we were parked. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and taxi the plane to the runway, and I will talk to you guys when we are still taxiing, most likely. One thing I've noticed with the 747 in sim is it requires more thrust to make turns, and I think that's a very interesting detail. Obviously, I'm not a 747 pilot, so I wouldn't be able to tell you if this is like the real plane, but I think that is very cool. So yeah. Go ahead and just continue our taxi to the runway. It is to our right, and we won't need to hold short of the runway because I do not have any traffic add-ons installed and I'm not using FSLTL. As of right now, I'll probably change it in the next few videos, but as of right now, I'm not using anything. So yeah. We'll go ahead and turn on our strobes, our landing lights, and our runway turnoff. Like I said, we will not be holding short because I do not have a traffic add-on installed at the time. Don't get mad at me. Ahead and line ourselves up with the runway. our engines slowly. And go toga now. We're on our way to Tokyo Narita. Gear up. Relatively smooth takeoff. Go ahead and engage autopilot in a second here. I want to manually fly it just a bit out. Go ahead and engage autopilot. Kinda scary, not gonna lie, because these mountains are a bit low. My checklist won't go to the next page, but okay. So I think we will be fine. We look to be higher than the mountains. So yeah. So we're climbing out of Hong Kong right now. Yeah, plane is actually designed, or not designed, but modded and programmed really well by Working Title. I want to thank them for making the avionics update 2, because that helped the 787 and the 747 in a much needed update. So yeah, talk to you guys when we're close to our cruising altitude. So we are at 14,000 feet, approaching 15,000, and we are almost out of Hong Kong completely. We are just barely leaving land, I guess you could say. But yeah, our top of climb is approaching relatively rapidly because this plane has 4 engines. It climbs insanely, even with a lower cost index. I forget what it is, but it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and let the plane fly itself, and I will talk to you guys when we are not at our cruising altitude, but closer, so like 20,000. So we have finally hit our cruising altitude of 37,000 feet today, and we have around like 3 hours and 50 minutes, 3 hours 45 minutes left on this flight. Not a very long flight. 4 hours in a 747 feels a bit weird, not gonna lie, because the 747 operates long flights sometimes. But we just need to deliver some cargo, I guess, today. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and let the plane fly itself for the next 3 hours until we get to our top of descent. Once we get to our top of descent, I will start to, I guess, step in again, program everything into the FMC, and make sure that the plane is descending properly and whatnot. And, yeah, so I will go ahead and let the plane do that, and I believe that it should be able to follow a flight plan because Working Title has done a great job on the avionics update, and I think that it's more capable than the 777 right now. So yeah, I'll go ahead and talk to you guys when we are at our top of descent. So our top of descent is getting very close, and I need to get our descent altitude into plane, so we'll go ahead and go down to 9,000 feet. Actually, 9,500. We'll go down to 9,500. So yeah, the plane should descend itself now. I'll go ahead and get the checklist done for the descent and make sure the plane can actually fly the descent properly. And yeah, so I'll talk to you guys when we are on approach or final. It should be time. Yeah. So we're still descending. We're passing through 19,000 feet right now. And Japan is to our left, as you can see through the cockpit window. I don't think I've ever flown into Narita before, so this will be an interesting one. But I'm not too worried, as I think the 747 is a perfectly capable plane of flying ILSs and whatnot. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to you guys when we are closer to the ground and closer to Narita. Again, there's Japan. We are at 9,500. We'll go ahead and turn on our landing lights and whatnot. We'll go turn on wing and logo lights. And we will fly the plane into Narita now, because we are getting very close. We just have to go through these last few waypoints, and then we'll be there in, I'm not sure what time, but yeah. Turn into Japan now. We'll go ahead and descend down to 6,000 feet. Whatever the waypoint is, usually follow. I may have descended a bit late on this for the waypoint, but I think we're fine. Okay, so I was having a bit of trouble with the ILS. I could not get it to work, so I have been using V-speeds to fly the plane in. Not a fun time, but it's fine. It's just one bad experience with the 747. There's probably improvement mods. I just don't have them downloaded, which I think there is. But I'm gonna go ahead and shut up for the rest of the landing, so I can focus on hopefully getting a good landing rate. Or I guess the landing rate doesn't really matter as long as it's good G's, technically, I guess. But I don't think we have any fragile cargo on our flight today anyway, so if I slam it into the ground, I guess it doesn't matter, but I really should stop talking now. So yeah, I will see you guys on the ground.
1,000. Approaching 100. 50, 40, 30, minimums. 10.
Bit of a slammer, but I'm not sure what the landing rate was. I didn't have the landing rate monitor open. But yeah, welcome to Tokyo Narita, everybody. It's currently 2 p.m. My thrust reverser on number 4 is failing, which is not cool, but we seem to be stopping anyways, so I think we're fine. I need to fix that. I have the TCA Boeing throttles, and they don't, and the fourth engine does not reverse thrust, so yeah. I'm going to go ahead and taxi to our cargo ramp once again, and I will talk to you guys when we're there. Go ahead and pull into this ramp right here. Not this one because it's occupied, but seems ramp number 803, 803, 803, whatever you want to say. There's another Nippon Cargo 747-8 freighter here, which is cool. But yeah, there's also Japan Airlines 767 here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull into the ramp. Like I said earlier in the video, the 747 requires a bit of more thrust when turning, which again I find really cool. I don't see it with any other planes besides the 747. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and park right here. Go and stop now. Set parking brake, and we will go ahead and get our APU started up, so we will have power when we turn off the engines. And yeah, so we'll go ahead and shut down our plane now, so we'll go ahead and turn off the hydraulic panels and whatnot. But yeah, turn off the fuel pumps. But yeah, hope you enjoyed today's flight. Again, it was around 4 hours. Parking brake, and then go ahead and get our APU jets on. turn off our fuel switches. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed today's flight. Like I said, 4 hours. And yeah, it was a fun time flying the 747 besides the landing with the ILS issues. I just couldn't capture the glide slope, I guess. But doesn't matter. I was still able to land, and that's really what matters, I guess. There's an ANA 777 right next to us, which is cool. But yeah, in my next video, I will be flying from Tokyo Narita to somewhere. You won't know where because I won't tell you. But yeah, make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Share with your friends if you enjoyed. I really do hope you enjoyed the video. And yeah, make sure to have a good day. And I hope you have a good day. So yeah, talk to you guys in my next video. Peace.